guys, this is Steven, and this is the craziest goddamn project I have ever made, I think. This map is a perfectly flat area of dirt. It's dirt all the way down to bedrock as far as I know. And then at the spawn you have an infinite water pool and a bunch of chests filled with infinite items. And this is my new testing map. And because I want to kind of keep my other one a little more like, I don't know, legit, so to speak. And this is huge and expansive, so I can make really sweet redstone stuff, as you can see by the redstone in my hand, which I'm not turning around yet. Let's let the epicness sink in. Basically, I wanted to improve on my computer because it was kind of boring, and it was only like 4-bit computer, and didn't really do a whole lot of cool things. So I've been talking to the Xbox Nut and some other friends about how we could expand on our ideas. And so I have created a monstrosity that is nearly finished, but it's fully functional right now. That's this. I'll show you what you're looking at right here. I'm going to put in a really sweet control panel for this, so don't worry if it doesn't make sense. But, oh shit, I missed a lever. So, basically, you see those two displays right there are capable of displaying numbers in hexadecimal up to 256. Because I'm going to add another one, like a number 1 right here, which will be number 256 if it's turned on. Because in hexadecimal you can get 16 digits per monitor. So if we do like the math, normally it would be like, look at the number 100. You just need 2 digits to display everything up to 100. So like 10 times 10 would give you the number of things you can display. So here 16 times 16 is the number of things we can display. It's 256. This section right here is my addition and subtraction sector. You might recognize my trusty full adder right here from my tutorial and my computer videos. And then this guy right here is pretty cool. This is an XNOR gate. People were wondering what you can use this for. So if you're doing addition and subtraction, you can actually use an XNOR gate to convert your numbers from positive to negative, which is really cool. I told you before that my full adders can do subtraction, and they can. You just have to change the output or convert it in your head. And I didn't want to convert it in my head. I wanted something automatic. So all we do is, all these levers, the rightmost levers for every adder, are going to be wired up together. And all we'll do is on the control panel, you'll hit a lever like this if you want to do addition, or this if you want to do subtraction, and it'll hit all these levers together. So that's pretty cool. I think that's pretty much the most efficient and easy to use way that you could do that, because I mean it's the same on a calculator, right? You put in your number, and then you put in the sign, and then you put in the other number. And so I have 8 adders right now, so it's a 8-bit arithmetic and 8 subtractors, or subtracting negative converters. And I'll be posting the schematics for all these if you want to make it. It's really easy to hook up. This is actually a lot easier to build than my other computer, mostly because it's an open area and there's no water. And so all the way out here though, at the very end of our thing, so like the numbers start getting really big here. This line is worth 32, this line's worth 64, and our final line is worth 128. Shit, I guess you guys can't really see, can you? Hang on a second. Oops. I got a new glowstone block that I've been using in my videos. It's from the ResCraft Tron texture pack that my torches and redstone are from. You might have noticed my redstone is red again because Notch fixed redstone in Java such that the color is rendered by Java so that he can make like the fading colors. It looks really stupid to me, but there will be a mod for it pretty soon, I'm confident. So the final line that comes out of here, if this one is 128, this final line, the carry out, so the biggest, this right here, is double that. So this is worth 256. So it's pretty sweet. And this whole system is uber modular, meaning you could make a giant one, and I plan to actually. I'll be creating a 32-bit calculator with this pretty soon. Once I get, because I don't want to rebuild everything by hand. I might do some of it by hand, but I really would like to try MC Edit to see if I can copy and paste everything. But What I want to do is make another one by hand and give you guys a tutorial, but only if I get a certain number of requests. And it's going to have to be a really big number, okay? Because it's a huge pain for me to do. Because it's going to be like a 5 or 6 series video, each one 20 minutes. It's going to be huge. And because this thing's so complicated. So let me show you the other components we have here. And it is nighttime, so you can see how good the display looks. I might change all the white wool out for black, I don't know yet. Obviously this whole world, somebody created it, so it's like kind of embedded, but I don't really care because it's a sandbox world. So this beast right here that we are looking at, it's hard to see at night, so what I'm going to do is hit my bed so I can show you everything. One sec. I can only sleep at night. Well, what the hell do you think time it is? Go. 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 There we go. I like the new beds. It lets me skip nighttime when I'm building. On this map, it's really hard to see at night. So. Okay, so this guy right here takes our number, and what I did is I split the number in half. I have 2 of these, because when you're converting from binary to hexadecimal, you just take every 4 digits and split it, and then you convert that directly. It's really cool, and I want to give you a tutorial on that. This is just a showcase, though, so don't worry. I'm going to show you how to convert from binary to hexadecimal, and this machine does that. It was made by a guy named Banjo Benny on the Minecraft forums. He's a genius. He's one of my favorite people on there. What you put in 4 numbers, and it gives you your 7 segments right here, and then you just hook it up to the display. And before, what I was doing was converting my binary to decimal, and then my decimal to 7 segment, but this does all of it in one go, and it's really fast. My other one had a lot of delay, and this one you can barely even notice the delay. It is so fast. And so right here is where I get my answers. You can count the lines: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Each of these correspond to one of the segments, okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. See? And what I did is all this is meaningless stuff. I just wrapped the lines around and fed them in the back. So don't worry about this. It's all just moving wires. And so I take it up. I raised this whole thing up so you could see it from far away. And this is just the Xbox Nuts displays. There's 2 of them side by side, with 1 space in between, which is the closest that they can go together. And I'll put my number 1 right here. And number 1 in hexadecimal is equal, depending on where it is, to just 1 times 16 to some power. So we're going to have 1 times 16 squared, which is 256. So when you're looking at this display and I do some examples, it's not going to say what you expect it to say unless you know hex. But I assure you that it works. And it does negative numbers as well, and it can display negative numbers. But it's hard to read it, just by looking at it. You kind of have to kind of think about it. All the positive ones are really easy though. And so I'll show you a couple thingies here real quick. So for each of these, we have an A and a B line. The leftmost I call A, and the middle one I call B, and then the right is our addition or subtraction selector. If this is off like this, it's addition, and if it's on, it's subtraction, okay? So I'm just going to do some addition examples to show you, so you don't have to worry about the subtraction, because it is kind of difficult to think about. So let's pick some numbers, and I'm going to put them on a sign so that we don't forget. Ugh, I don't have any signs. Okay, sorry. I know a lot of people are complaining that the binary addition is really complicated, so I want to give you a tutorial, but half in Minecraft and then half just like me, pen and paper, so that you can kind of see how this is done, because it's really easy. I promise it's easy. It's actually easier than any of the math that you do in school, okay? Binary is as simple as it gets. So let's pick our 2 numbers. The first number I want to add is 57, which is, let's convert it to binary. And this is how I do it in my head. You look at powers of 2, which are 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, and 64, and then 128 on ours. So we just find the biggest one that goes into it, which is 32, and then we subtract that, and that gives us 25. And the biggest one that goes into 25 is 16, and then the biggest one. So we subtract 16, and we get 9. So then we have an 8, and then a 1. And I believe this is right. I'm going to double check it. So we have 32, 16, 8, 4, 2, 1. That should be our number. So we have 32 and 16 is 48, and 8 is 56 plus 1 is 57. Yeah, okay. So this is the number we're going to put in here, 111001. And then the first part on the end, I should show you, will be a 0. And the next number I want to add is, I don't know, 12, which is 8 plus 4, and that's it. So we have just 1, 1, 0, 0, and then everything in front of it is also a 0. So let's go put our numbers in. 57 is going to be longer, so we'll do that first. So we have 1 plus 8. Wow, it's way out here. Okay, 1 plus 8, and I'm doing this on the A line. So A is this. 4 plus 8 plus 16 is already on, plus 32, but not 64 and not 128. Okay. And then we said 12, which is just 8 plus 4. I'm sorry if you don't understand this. I promise I want to teach you. It's just, you have to think about it from this perspective. I'm not a math teacher, and you don't want to be in school, but you want to understand how this works. So it's like, you have to find the motivation to learn it. So let's go ahead and figure out what we think our answer is going to be before I actually go over there and show you. So 57 and 12, of course, gives us 69. And I did not pick this on purpose, but it happened. So 69, if we look at the highest power of 2, that would be 64. And then we have 5 remaining when we subtract it, so plus 4 plus 1. So our binary number is going to be 0 for 128, 1 for 64, 0 for 32, 0 for 16, 0 for 8, 1 for 4, 0 for 2, 1 for 1. And then if we look at this sign, we can convert it to hexadecimal by splitting it in half and converting each one. So the first half, if we split it, gives us 8. So that's 8. The second half, if we split it, gives us 5. So in hexadecimal, it's going to look like 85. But it doesn't mean 85. What it means is 69. Because we have 8 times... Wait, hold on a second. I might be doing this wrong. Oh, no, sorry. That 1 is not equal to 8. It's equal to 4. I'm sorry, guys. We're going to have 45, which is 4 times 16, which is 64, plus 5. And... wow. I didn't actually test this example before I did the video, so I'm really glad it worked. But if you look, I'm going to get really close because I realize the redstone's hard to see in the daytime. But look, we have 45. And that doesn't mean 45 like 42, 43, 44, 45. 45 in my system means 69. And I realize that's complicated, and I apologize. But I did it this way on purpose, okay? Doing this lets us have huge answers, up to 256, which I think is worth it to do, because I can do most of this stuff in my head, so it's not really that hard. But you could convert it to a bunch of displays that would display regular decimal numbers, but you would need way more time, way more redstone, and way more displays. And I like this because this is the number system that computer science and all computers use. Anytime you see a decimal number in computers, it's only because somebody took the time to convert a hexadecimal number to a decimal number for you. So this is the beginning. I'm going to add, I guess, 1 on either side, and that'll give us, oh god. Oh no, wait, 1 on either side would be too many, I think. That would give us no, that'd be a 32-bit. Yeah, we'll do that. So, fun times. I also want to add some more things into this to make this a full ALU, or arithmetic logic unit. I want to do addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. I have memory that I'm adding to this, so people that say, "Oh my god, Steven, that's not a computer, there's no memory and it can't show any programs." Well, I'm putting in memory, so go to hell. If you think you can do better, then please do better and show me, so I can say, "Oh my god, I inspired someone to do something cool." I'll be putting up the world for this if you want to play with it and try to learn the number system on your own. I promise it's easy. It's so much easier than our numbers. I am actually advocating publicly that we should stop teaching people decimal numbers in school and teach them hexadecimal, because technology is the future of the world, and hexadecimal is the number system of technology. Anyways, this has been Steven, a little project update. People have been asking me about my super secret project, and this is it. I have a couple other things I'm doing, of course, but this has been what I've been working on the most, and it's really fun. I'm going to make, for the next video, a really sweet control panel for it that's color-coded with really good signs and labels so that you know where everything is, because I realize it's confusing. And Infrared and I are now having a contest for server spots, because he hit 100 subs yesterday, and I'll be hitting 700 subs today. So to celebrate, we're having a contest that I'm going to announce in a separate video, and it's going to be a YouTube contest, so you're going to have to make us a response video. And I won't tell you the rules here, because we're going to have a separate video for it. But basically, we're going to pick responses based on some criteria, and those people that we pick will get to come into the server without having to wait in the waiting list. So the waiting list right now, we don't know how long it's going to be before... I mean, we've let, I think, 5 people on now from the waiting list, but we don't know how often we'll be able to let people on. So if you win a spot in the contest, you're guaranteed a spot on the server, no matter what. And furthermore, one of the special spots we're going to give away is an admin spot, where you can spawn items, and you can use special admin commands for building, and so that's pretty cool. And you should definitely go check out Infrared's videos videos on Infrared's channel, because we've done a lot of building, and the Spleef Arena is pretty much done, and I wired up some pretty cool stuff for it that I'll be showing off soon. So thank you guys for watching. I'm sorry that this is confusing, and I know it's confusing, so please don't, give me negative feedback about that. Just know that I'm trying to come up with the best way to teach you, because I want everybody to be smart, and I want everybody to know how to do this. It's really important to me. And if you want to learn how to do it, then I encourage you to read some Wikipedia articles and look at some how-tos online before you watch my video, because that is going to be a great resource for understanding this, because the more times you read over it, the sooner it'll make sense to you. But this is a glorious, glorious device that I'm very proud of, because you don't look at it and see like a bunch of redstone torches in a row and have to do the math yourself. This tells you the answer in readable numbers. So, thanks guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe if you have not, and please leave your feedback and your suggestions for future videos. If there's tutorials or anything that you want to see, I promise I'll do it. It's just a matter of time. I try to work in everyone's suggestions eventually. So, thank you and goodbye.